welcome back to my YouTube channel. Please, if in this channel, please subscribe, like, and comment, and please always come back to watch my videos. I really do appreciate your big support to this platform. In today's video, we are going to have, we are going to have the old man in our discussion, and also we are going to have a little bit of the so-called Anesto in our discussion here. And please remember to watch the video from the beginning up to the end, because we actually have a lot to discuss here. Please remember to always put a notification bell and also like and comment, and please always come back to watch my videos. Now, I have seen this individual called Marcos. It's called Marcos. I hope I'm mentioning his name well. I would really want to make it clear that you see, listening to people is good, but also, what are you listening to? What are you listening to? I would really urge this guy called Marcos to avoid the individuals that are always greedy, who want always to cause problems. You know, there are people who are greedy in the streets of YouTube. They want to cause problems. Their greediness is just in problems. Every day they want to see that there is a problem. You know? Every day. You know? And I also want to put it to you, Marcos, that you see, also sometimes appearance also matters. Appearance. You're a good guy. I'm not saying you're a bad person. But, you know, people sometimes judge others by their appearance, because these individuals who are trying to provoke you to go against the travel commando, probably they are looking at you and maybe like you look like you have such characters. You know? So, you know, there are some type of dressing code also here in Africa that actually people don't associate them with the wrong behaviors. Because if you put on a cape like this, you put on a cape like this, you put on a cape like this, you know, it's just a problem. I'm not attacking you, but I feel like I need to give you a piece of advice. I know other people can be like, you know, but that is how he's supposed to, you know, that is his style. That is his. Yes, it can be your style. You know, here for us, we have people whom they call in African setting that bayayes, bayaye. You know? So also your dressing code sometimes make people to misquote you. You know? Me, I don't know whether I'm passing a message to you, but I just don't want to go deep. But this is my message, very, very strong message to you. We know you love the travel commando just like any of us outside there. But you need to rectify some few things. You know, you need to rectify some few things upon your life. You are not a bad person, you're a good person. But there are some, you know, you put on a cape like this, you put on a cape. Where? Yes, but you see, of course people love. Yeah. Yes, I'm gone. Anyway, that was not our discussion today. That was just a by the way. Because I have seen how some individuals actually want to try to use Marcos, thinking that probably, I really don't know how they are taking Marcos. Just in my thinking, my kind of, you know, I'm like, but so why? So Marcos, but you're a good guy. That's the truth. You're a good guy. You know, you're good. I was able to listen to some of his videos actually. You know, I was able to listen to, you know, I didn't know Marcos. That's the truth. I didn't know him, but I was able to listen to some of his videos, and yes, but please, here in Africa, there are some type of dressing code, where people like, hey, if Cohera had seen you, Marcos, Cohera was going to talk about you badly. Yes, but it's just a by the way. He's a good guy, but people who are just trying, there's some one individual that who is just trying to look for popularity, and I don't want to mention his name here, but yes, Marcos, but anyway, continue with the good work you're doing, and and also supporting the travel command. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. Me, I'm here to talk. So so I'm here to say whatever I'm going to say. Let me tell you, Marcos, he has a lot of subscribers, by the way. He has, I think, 11,000 subscribers. Yes, I think around 11,000 subscribers. So it means people actually appreciate what he's doing. People appreciate what he's doing. So, Marcos, just continue doing whatever things you're doing, but avoid individuals who actually want to try to, bring confusion towards you. And also, yeah, but the dressing code is your style. I understand that. It's your style. Marcos, hey, that easy, when they mentioned his name, it was just a terrible thing. But everybody was on tension. That one you need to understand. That everybody was actually on tension. And you see, it's also good that Marcos himself agreed that he resembled almost that guy, the Polycarp guy. Marcos, by the if they bring for you the picture and you have not looked at it critically, they almost resemble. They almost resemble. Me, I did a lot of comparison. But you're a good guy. Continue with what you're doing. We appreciate. Yes, we appreciate. So, before we go to the story of this old man Cohera, I would really want to chip in something. There was a plot to again steal materials at the Princess construction site. There was a plot again for that to repeat the same thing. This was not going to be Muniri. A person who was actually coming out with this plan was actually Anesto and Mogesi. They were planning to steal bars. Steel bars is what these individuals. But I was even wondering if it is actually true that this is what these individuals wanted to do. That because what the information I've got, that it was actually steel bars that they wanted to steal. But if it is really true, who was going to use these steel bars? Were they going to steal it? I mean, were they going to sell it? Because Mogesi has completed putting ring beam. So I'm wondering if they were to steal these materials. Because I hear that got more 3 boys to do this. It's alleged that was a plot that was coming up. And from the time the princess, won the guard at the site, and the guard is no longer moving anywhere, this plot failed. The plot failed. And remember, these steels, they're actually very, very expensive. Very, very expensive steels. So if it is actually true, that was going to again bring another confusion. But again, what you need to understand is the day Murimi stole these materials, the concretes, Anesto got him rolling the things, taking to his place. And Anesto did not say anything. Anesto did not say anything. You know, the day Muniri was taking those construction materials to his place, Anesto got him. And he decided to keep quiet. That shows you the character of Anesto. But all in all, individuals who are really planning to interfere with this construction that is taking place, it is now being proven that their plans will not actually succeed. But I can assure you, these young boys, Mogesi and Anesto, they are not good people. They are not. They are not good people. They are not good boys. They are actually very, very dangerous. And they need to be watched very, very carefully. And if it is actually possible, the mother to Anesto need to be talked to. Need to be talked to. Because I'm really wondering why this Anesto is so much against the construction that is happening. And yet, his family members are actually benefiting a lot in this construction that is taking place. What is really wrong with this individual? You see, however much there are individuals outside there who are encouraging you to do wrong things, sit down and look at yourself first. Look at yourself. Look at yourself before you rush doing wrong things. Let me tell you, when you look at this family, look at Muniri, and look at the brother who was making bricks, then you look at Anesto. Anesto, the travel commando, was actually helping to pay his school fees so that he can reach somewhere in life. So that probably changes the narrative of the home. But he decided to leave school and now continue with YouTube. He left school. But the way he's conducting himself, like he has never even stepped in class. He does not know how to separate what is actually good and what is bad. Because what Anesto is actually doing, he is trying to cause a division between his family and the family of the travel command. That is what Anesto is trying to do. Yet these two families would actually be very, very close. The travel commando's family and the family of those of Anesto would be like one family. Among the villagers right now, if you look very, very keenly, this family of Anesto is actually one that is very, very close to the family of the travel command. They are very, very close. You cannot even see Muniri, after stealing construction materials from the princess construction site, he's actually being helped to construct for him a pit latrine. I have seen this old man called Cohera. He has come out with an allegation that actually the princess is constructing this pit latrine for Muniri because she wants more land from Muniri. That is according to this old man called Cohera. That whatever things these people do, they will always want to benefit out of it. You see, old man, you need to understand that actually in this community, nobody is forcing other people to sell off their pieces of land. People are actually selling their pieces of land willingly. Willingly. And this construction of this latrine, that is actually taking place, there is no strange attached to it. There is no strings attached to it. So old man Cohera just trying to create a narrative to make himself relevant to his audience and actually spreading very, very wrong information outside there to the public to see. I'm going to play for you one of these clips that is actually coming out from this old man called Cohera, trying to come out alleging that the conduct of the travel commando, the conduct of the princess, the conduct of David Jr., all these behaviors are originating from their fathers. You know, from Mr. Mondari. I want us first to listen to this clip, and then when I come back, I would want to ask Mzee Cohera few questions after listening to this clip, so that we put this old man at the right point that he deserves. Because if you don't respect other elders in the community, then you don't deserve to be respected. Good elders who are trying to change the narrative in this community, those are the very, very people Mzee Cohera is very busy criticizing and calling all sorts of names. If Mr. Mondari had poor administrative ways of handling the families, his children would not be in the level where they are right now. If Cohera, according to him, that he is very good in administration, and Mr. Mondari is poor in it, and Mr. Mondari is so brutal, according to this old man Cohera, him who is actually very excellent, him who is actually doing very well in administration, you know, anything to do with leadership, and he was able to show his children the right way, and he handles his children like an egg. I would really want to ask Mr. Cohera that how comes, since you are so good in administration, your family is doing so well, how comes even just a mere pit latrine, you are not in position to construct, you know, and you want to tell us that Mondari, who have tried his best, who is one of the great farmers in this community, that is a person you are very busy criticizing and insulting him in all ways. We understand you have decided to bring your personal hatred, personal, individual hatred that you have towards Mondari in your platform. I wish one day you could sit and reason wisely, since you claim that you are actually a very, very wise man, very much educated, you're a professional person. But I can assure you, Mzee Cohera, there is no difference between you and any other old man who is actually in the village who is not educated. Let's first listen to this clip, and then when I come back, we shall continue with this video very, very strongly. Let's watch this clip.
More so, my son Marwa, that he could fight, he could engage a physical fight with a neighbor, an age mate whom they have been growing together all through. Why didn't I imagine so? It is because the caliber of Maro, the standard of life and the level of Maro is above engaging in such activities. But now I thought, ladies and gentlemen, and it has given me a headache. Why? Why such is a reflection of what Mondari has planted in them. This is a total reflection. This is what they have inherited from this gentleman. This is an inheritance. This is the direction of lifestyle Mondari showed them. Because you'll agree with me that this gentleman, Mondari, has actually a unique behavior in the village. First, that they have a strict father. A strict father. Even when D. Mwango was showing people that, okay, now my boyfriend is meeting the strict African father. That is the man who has made these siblings to be radicals. In fact, they are radicals in a way. Whatever they think they are going to do, you cannot put them off. This is actually what Mondari has planted to them since they were young. This is a man who never showed any good public relation with the children. Anytime they meet, is mistreating. He has been so, you see, so brutal. He has been teaching them on even what they should eat and where they should not eat, and who they should work with and who they should work with. He has been very selective to them.
I would want really to make it very, very clear to this old man Cohera that your statements, to your reasoning, the way you reason, you may think you are actually correct, but you are very, very wrong. The reason why these children are actually progressing, it is because their father was able to show them the right direction. You can now see that they are able to monitor the construction without any of their parents coming out to help them to supervise what is happening in the site. Reason being, Mondari, whom you are choosing, he believes in them that they are actually capable, in managing their affairs, because they were trained. They say charity begins from home. So for you, who was not able to actually shape your children, now your children, they are like wild animals roaming from one place to another. And yet the family that you're actually accusing, the main person in this family that you're accusing, we who are outside here, we are able to see the fruits that are actually coming from that home. That brings me to this reasoning that actually, Mzee Cohera, you are really too jealous and you are too bitter in your heart that this family is progressing, and every day you wake up, you see new development actually taking place. You have been seeing the villa of the travel commando. Another villa is coming to the village. The Virginia is constructing. Which among your children, you who is a very, very good leader, who is not brutal, you know how to handle your family, which one among your children has now come out, the one you have actually nurtured, and he is doing something, doing wonders for us to praise him now? Which one among your children? The one you have really come out, and the ones you have raised, you have educated them, you have done what? Please, we know you, old man Cohera, that you are the first person who have been instigating these young boys to attack this family of the travel command. You are the very person. Now when these people comes out to try to protect themselves, defending themselves, you are coming out and saying, they are very much educated, their level is too up. So if their level is too up, they should actually look at these individuals, beating them, tarnishing their names. That is what you want to see. That they should fold their hands and people beat them, and that will be your joy. That is what you celebrate. That is what you want. Can you stop deceiving people and speak the truth? I wonder, this old man, he is a very person who have been making videos against this family. And when this family reacts, he is the very person coming out now to condemn them, that they are being brutal. If these people were really brutal, Murimi, who have stolen the construction materials, they would have beaten him like never before. But they chose peace. Now you who claim that these people got this behavior from Mondari, the behavior that we are seeing, that these people were able to get from Mr. Mondari is a behavior of peace. Behavior of peace. Tell me which other person here in Africa would entertain somebody who have come out to steal his or her own materials. 5 wheelbarrows. Who can do that? And they are going ahead to actually help him to construct a pit latrine. And then you, Mr. Cohera, you are coming out and saying they got the bad behavior from Mr. Mondari. The bad behavior is actually in your home, Mr. Cohera. You are trying to divert it, but we see it on your face. You have a very, very weird character. A character of destruction. You're a person who promotes bitterness. If you're a good person, the way you keep on saying, how comes we don't see grandchildren, your grandchildren, at your home? How comes? You are now an old man with grandchildren. Your conduct, your behavior is actually the most weird behavior that a lot of people have never seen. You can imagine, even as we talk, somebody was alleging that even after constructing for him the pit latrine, Cohera is not still going to the pit latrine. That is going to help himself in the bushes. You know, you can take a cow to drink water, but however much you want to force it, it might not drink. There is no miracle that an old man who have not been defecating in the pit latrine for 75 years will now actually agree to defecate when he's 70 to 80 years. There is no miracle. That latrine was constructed for the wife. That is the reason why he handed over, the task of that latrine to the wife. Because he knew that he's not going to use it. Because that is not his taste. His taste is in the bush. Open defecation, it is a practice in this community. And they're actually okay with it. And the people who are actually trying to change that narrative is actually the travel commando and the entire family. Because a neighbor who goes and defecate in the bushes, that is one of the worst neighbors. Because the place will actually smells. And when you see a family that actually don't have visitors, they don't always get visitors, just know there is a very, very big problem. It's a reason why Cohera's home used not to get visitors. Because the family, the whole home was smelling. Open defecation. It is a practice that some of these old men actually enjoy. They enjoy. And yet, there is a lot of risk associated with it. But of course, they will tell you that, I've been doing it for 75 years and I've not got a problem. How comes you are now telling me that I will get a problem? So, all these issues that Cohera was saying, that actually Mr. Mondari hates villagers, that is not the truth. If he hates the villagers, he would have actually told his children that do not help them. Like Muniri would have told them, don't help him. But he appreciates and even helped Muniri in a lot of ways. Even the door of Muniri's house, that door came from them. So by this old man saying that these people hate the villagers, that is not the truth. We have just witnessed a young man whom the travel commando bought birds from yesterday. Today they were able to buy for him school uniform through one of our good people outside there. The boy is actually very, very smart. Then you find this old man called Cohera is coming out and saying that this family hate villagers. Do you really know what you're talking about, Cohera? You know, that they have taken bad behaviors from Mondari, and now that is what they're implementing. Please, can you style up, Mr. Cohera? You stop spreading wrong information outside there. So now helping like this child to buy for him a uniform, that is actually bad according to you. That is the bad behaviors Cohera keeps on talking about. That you see, they are very, very brutal. They don't share with the people in the community. You actually listen to yourself. Are you not even ashamed of what you are talking about? We have seen a lot of people who go to the travel commander's home. They eat from there. Some people actually even don't want to leave. And when they are forced to leave, they turn against them because they have been eating a lot from there. Then you come out and say, you know, these people don't want villagers. They don't want to share with them. They don't. So, unless you're trying to tell us that you are the one actually who is trying to pass, you know, to pass a message that you actually want to go and eat from there, you want assistance from them, maybe that is, you are trying to pass a message, but in a long way. But when you come out and talk about that these people, you know, they are brutal, they don't associate themselves with villagers. So now who are those ones? Those ones who are in the construction site. Those are not the villagers, people who are working there. If you say they don't associate themselves with the villagers, those are what? They are foreigners. No? Those are foreigners. If old age is disturbing your minds, we are going to teach you a lesson. Because it seems like now this old man does not actually reason. The people that he is seeing at the construction site, those are not maybe people according to him. Those are what? Those are cows. You know? Please, Cohera, if your eyes cannot see, go and look for specs. Put on them and you look properly on the screens. You know? Because you yourself, you know you cannot go to that construction site. Because of your long mouth. An old man who has a sharp mouth. You know? At that age, you are still talking like a child. You are talking like you don't reason. You are talking like you are mentally not well. You are talking like you are so desperate. You know? Of course, we understand you are very desperate. You know? But don't take your desperation to people's families. You know? Nobody forces you to be in the condition where you are. Nobody. You are the one who did not work hard for yourself. And now you want to come out and try to crucify other people for your own failures. If these people are changing the story in the village, leave them to change, because that is their village. That is where they belong. You also change something in your own community. But coming out talking like you are mad, like you don't reason, like your eyes don't see actually what is happening, how these people are helping children in the community, how even they go and help the orphanage, you know. This old man don't see that. Then you come out and say, you know, they have Mondari is a very, very strict father. His being strict is what have made those children to be what they are. Now they know that we are supposed to work so hard so hard to achieve in life. Just like the way their father works so hard. Every day he's in the gardens. He's Mondari. And it's a reason why he's progressing. So for you who is sitting, that you are a calm father, you are okay father. So you show us what you have. Show us. Come out and show us that, hey, now me, have this and this. If you don't show us the pit latrine, what you have achieved at 75 years, that will be another miracle. So please, conduct yourself and start behaving like a mature man whom people are supposed to respect in the community. I urge you all, man. Respect yourself. However much you want to make videos, but try to eliminate yourself in bogus stories. Stories that does not have sense. Because those stories will not help you. I would actually want to encourage you to actually encourage these young men to be respectful. The so-called, you claim those are your children. Anesto, Mogesi, you claim all of them. Those people always talk nonsense. Those are your children. Can you try to shape them so that they actually respect people in the community? Please, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, like, and comment. And please always come back to watch my videos. I really, really do appreciate your big support to this platform. The construction at the Princess Place is actually taking shape. And the so-called the jealous ones, you will continue being jealous when other people are progressing. When new development is starting to take shape. You talk. You will talk and hate when things are moving. Because actually, your long mouth is not going to deteriorate what is happening. The construction is going to continue and more good things are still happening. Meanwhile, you are very busy lamenting, people are progressing. Meanwhile, you are very busy insulting people, people are progressing. Meanwhile, you are talking so bad, construction is taking place. So you will be promoting hatred, talking nonsense when other people are developing. I wish your child or your son, one day ask you, father, mother, when people were doing all these things for you, what were you doing? I wish. Because I've seen the small boy like a stick went onto Chef Matiko's YouTube platform and he was throwing comments there. That is the one who knows how to fight for the negative people, the negative reactors. You grow up. The small boy like a stick. You grow up. You are trying to promote a wrong narrative, in this community. But people who have been in position to watch the Travel Commando for a very, very long period of time, they actually know the Travel Commando better than you. For you, the smaller boy like a stick, you are just like a thief. There is no difference between you and a thief. Because you are trying to lure the Travel Commando supporters, the viewers, to your platform in a wrong way. You are actually a professional thief. You are trying to promote a wrong agenda to try to destroy him. But I can assure you, you will never succeed. You will never succeed. Now you have resorted going to people's platform that are attacking them, No wonder you look the way you are looking. Please, if you're in this channel, please subscribe, like, and comment. And please always come back to watch my videos. I really do appreciate your big support to this platform. I would really want first to take this opportunity to greet my people from USA, UK, Canada, and all of you from the Caribbean, and not forgetting all my good moderators and my wonderful people here in Africa. Thank you so much for always signing up to watch my videos. I really do appreciate your big support to this platform. Let's meet again in our next video tomorrow. Have a wonderful morning, good afternoon, good night, depending on time you're going to watch this video. Let's meet again. God bless all of you.